What's up, guys? How's it going? And welcome to the Minute channel. We have another video here, and this is gonna be kind of a discussion video regarding a hot topic here, and that's Persona 3 and a possible remake. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this a lot, and there's a lot of ways to look at this. Now, personally, I think we need to establish what a remake to me is, because it may be different for other people and everything. So a remake is not a remaster or a port, because I feel like a lot of people kind of use the words interchangeably. To me, a remake is something like Final Fantasy the remake or Resident Evil 2 the remake. Those games where they just change the graphics, they change a little bit of the story. Everything is changed, you know. So the ground up is a brand new game, basically a remake, a reimagining of that game. To me, that's a remake. Now, a lot of people have been talking about a remaster, which takes things from Persona 3 Portable and Persona 3 Fest, kind of just taking those two games together and meshing them together. That can also be a remake in a sense, but it will be almost like a soft remake opposed to a big remake or something like that. So my idea of a remake is that basically is taking a whole game and just reworking this game into new things with like new graphics, using like Persona 5 engine, and having new models, you know, bringing back the writing team and the director and everything, and just kind of reworking this game, fixing things that obviously don't work out so well in 2021, and just making a brand new game out of it. Now, this game is a game that I hold dear to my heart. As some of you guys may or may not know, this is my favorite game in the series, for a real reason being that this is the first game that I ever played, actually. The first Persona game in the series that I played myself. So I do have a lot of I hold this game very dear to my heart. And when I say all this stuff and stuff that I talk about and everything, even though I am serious about some of the stuff, know that I'm also like not very serious in some other stuff. Like I realized that this is not the one game that needs a remake really badly. Other games like Persona 1 and 2 deserve a lot more. I am perfectly aware of this. But now that we are out of all this 2.5 minutes of introduction, what do I think about this? Do I think that this is a possibility? I'll be frank with you guys and just straight up, no, I don't think that we can make or get a remake of this game. I think that this is one of those things that it will take an entire team, and I'm sure some of you guys know and some of you guys may not know. Atlus is a pretty small team. They actually only have about 200 or so people, almost 300 people, but they don't always work on one project. In fact, they have multiple teams with different people working on different games. So it's not like they have 200 people just working on one game like they do in things like the Witcher game, for example. Whenever they made The Witcher 3, literally they had 200 people working on the one game. But that's not the case with these games. They actually only have so many people working on these games at the same time and everything. So obviously, Atlus doesn't really have the manpower to do Persona 6 and other Persona 5 spin-offs and a remake for Persona 3. It's just not a feasible thing. Honestly, they just don't have the amount of people to do all these projects and everything. Now, personally, I think that it's fine if we get something like a remake. Like a remastered. You know, taking the idea of Persona 3 Portable and Persona 3 Fest and just kind of meshing them together and everything. Now, that itself actually also takes time, because it's not as simple as just meshing two ideas together. One, if they will have to create new models for new characters. If you guys know, Persona 3 Portable introduced a lot of new characters, from the male protagonist and the female protagonist. The female protagonist has a lot of new things, new locations, new characters, new areas. They have obviously new models. You know, they'll have to remake a bunch of other stuff and everything. So I don't know how feasible the possibility of doing a mesh between both of them. Personally, it is a kind of a slippery slope when it comes to Persona 3 particularly, because there are different versions and some people like different versions for different reasons. I think some people like Persona 3 for some reasons, Persona 3 Fest or Portable, and each one of them has like their own stuff that I know people just enjoy certain game because of a certain thing, and I can see why some people want something like Persona 3 Fest. You know, it has more of the cutscenes and everything like that. versus something like Persona 3 Portable that has a female protagonist and you can enjoy the story from a female perspective with different characters, romance, social links, and that kind of stuff. And it does make you feel like you're playing kind of a different game, really. So honestly, it's a slippery slope. I don't think Atlas is willing to do either of those two options as a remake or something of that nature. I think the most feasible thing they will be willing to do will be a remaster, just a pure remaster where they take things from Persona 3 Fest, maybe add a couple things, maybe like being able to select your party members and attack with your party members and everything like that, something of that nature. I don't really expect them to do like a full thing where they just make every single thing new and everything. That just honestly, that just doesn't make sense from like a creative perspective with people that with money and everything. It just they really wouldn't put that much money into it. But that's my thoughts and feelings about this, guys. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Here's just a discussion video, taking it easy today for a Saturday. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I'm glad to be back. Was sick for a few days, but I am feeling much better today. Thank you so much for watching this, guys. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. But before we end this video, I want to thank all the members: Miko, Another Fox, Demicro, H2DK, King Narukami 45, Ethan McNeil, and Rising Oilblin. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. I couldn't make these videos without your help.